Hello students, this is Taranum Jahan and I hope you people are doing well. So here I'm with you all people in order to discuss the maps. So let's begin. Students, under this slide I'm discussing all the maps as per your NCERT from both geography and history. And where all you have to do this maps. Geography maps you have to do under the geography registers. Paste the maps and do write the questions too. And history under history registers. Map skill book you people are having, that is different, but these maps you have to paste in your registers, concerned subject registers. Do paste it, mark it clearly as it has been shown in the slides. In the same manner, do shade it with the different colors so that you can differentiate different territories, different countries in a very clear and a easy manner. And in the same way, you have to do it in your exams too. So do this in your concerned subject registers. So let's discuss the maps from your history chapters. Before starting up, see, do write the questions on your right hand side. On the left hand side, you have to paste the map. So the social science from history, chapter 1, French Revolution. Let's start. What all the maps are important. So the first map is of Europe. You should know the different countries of Europe like Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, France, Denmark, Italy, Poland, Lithuania, Slovakia, Hungary, and Austria. You should be thorough with this map. You should know where all these countries are and do color it in the same manner so that you can differentiate the different countries that you have marked in the Euro. So please try to mark the countries in the same manner as it has been shown over here. And even in your exams, please try to shade it with the different colors in order to show what you have marked and where you have marked it. Marking should be very clear. So here, this is a world map where you have to mark the places which are being given in the France. So here you should know that if the world map is given to you all people, how you are going to mark the places in the France. So this is quite an example that how you are going to mark. You just see the arrows which has been given and the places which has been represented by a bold dots. So even you have to represent it in the dotted one and then draw an arrow and show that this place which I have drawn as a dot is so and so place. So this is how you are going to mark when the world map is given in order to mark the places which are a very small region. So here this is a world map where you are marking the certain questions and answers have been given to you all people. By heart it so that see this in the same manner the questions are going to come and you have to find out the answer and mark it on the map. So this is how you are going to mark. So be thorough with such type of maps too. Now here the France map is given, a direct France map. Earlier, I have shown you how you are going to mark the places in the France if the world map is given. And if a direct to France mark is given, and this is the way how you are going to mark the places. So now here, this how the questions will be asked and you have to find out the answers and then you have to mark. So as you all know that the questions will not be a direct one. The questions will be an indirect one where you have to find out the answer and then mark it. Now let's see the maps from chapter 2, that is Socialism in Europe and Russian Revolution. So here this is a world map given to you. Under this, it has been asked that mark the major countries of the First World War. This will be the only question which will be asked and you have to mark by answering it as in Allied powers, then mark the United States of America, that is USA, England, France, and Russia. These were the Allied power, which were the major countries of the First World War. And in the same manner, you have to shade and show till where you are showing the Russia, where you are showing France, England, and USA. In the same manner, shade with the different crayon colors and then mark the countries neatly. So here the world map has been given to you all people. So under this the question has been asked that the major countries of the First World War. Here you have to mark the central power. See, the question will be given the major countries of the First World War. There you have to mark both the Allied power and the central power. I have given you differently both the maps, but you have to mark it in the same map. So here the central power, again you have to shade it properly and then mark the countries given to you all. Now let's see the important maps of the chapter 3 from your history, Nazism and the rise of Hitler. Now here again the world map has been given and the question is same, but here don't get confused. Here they are asking about the Second World War. Major countries of the Second World War. Again, if the Second World War has been asked, you have to write about the Allied power, that is United States of America, England, France, and USSR. So in the same way you have to mark as it is given in the map. So again, the world map has been given to you all people, and see the major countries of the Second World War. Don't get confused. If the major countries of the First World War has been given, you have to mark the Allied power and the central power. And if the major countries of the Second World War has been given, you have to mark the Allied power and Axis power. Now the Axis power comes Germany, Italy, and Japan. So here Europe map has been given to you all people, and it has been asked that here you have to mark the countries that were once the territories under the German expansion. So the territories under the German expansions were Poland and Denmark. So now let us discuss the maps from geography. So this is just a warm-up map where you have to mark all the states of India. You should know where which state is. So mark all the states of India under the political map of India. So we are having around 28 states. So mark all the 28 states. So here these are some of the NCERT questions from the chapter 1, where you have to mark as per the questions which have been given over here. Even the solutions have been given in the next slide. You just go through the solution and mark each and everything as per the solution on the political or physical map of India. So here are the solution for all the questions which have been given in the earlier slides. So here just go through the answers of each question and just show each answers on the map of India. So here on the map of India, mark the plateaus and the coastal plains. This map is from your geography lesson 2. So mark the plateaus, that is Malwa Plateau, Deccan Plateau, Chota Nagpur Plateau, and there are certain coastal plains which have been shown over here, that is Konkan Coast, Kannada Coast, Malabar Coast, Northern Circle, and Coromandel Coast. So mark in the same manner as it is given over here. Do shade it with the different colors in order to show the plateaus differently, and the Coromandel Coast where it is ending till where to where, and the Northern Circle till where to where. Each and everything as it is, it has been shown under this map. Show it in your maps too. So here again from the lesson 2 comes the mountain peaks. So these are the main peaks which are found in India, that is K2, Kanchenjunga, and Anaimudi. These mountain peaks has to be marked as it is, which has been shown under the political map of India. So here this is the map, the political map of India, and here this consists of the chapter 3 of your geography, that is a drainage chapter. And the question over here it is, locate and label the following items on the given map, like the strait separating Sri Lanka and India. Then the next question is, salt water lake in Kerala is known as largest freshwater lake in India. Then the fourth is, a group of islands lying east of the mainland of India. Islands group lying close to Malabar coast and Kerala. Or the question can come in this way, island in the southwest of the mainland of India. So answers have been given to you and even the marking has been given to you. Just to give you an example, such kind of a questions will come, and this is what the answer is, and this is how you are going to mark it. So here the river maps have been given to you all people, and the direct question has been asked just to locate where these rivers are, Indus, Yamuna, Luni and Sun river. So you have to mark, the direct questions are there, just mark the rivers where it is flowing. So here on the river maps of India, different types of rivers you have to mark, plus even the lakes have been asked over here. So just go through the map and do practice. Then comes from the lesson 3, lakes. So these are most asked lakes under your CBSE examination, that is Vular Lake, Chilika Lake and Pulicat Lake. So do show it in the same manner how I have shown in the map. Now this map is for your lesson 4 of geography, and the question comes like, areas receiving rainfall less than 20 centimeter. So here you have to mark Ladakh in the same manner as I have shown over here in the map, and the Thar desert, that is near Rajasthan, that is under the Rajasthan, the Thar desert, and Maharashtra and Karnataka. See how it has been shown with the different shades, under Maharashtra which area, under Karnataka which area has been covered, which is only receiving 20 centimeter of rainfall. So in the same manner you have to show, even in your examination you have to show in the same manner. It is not only to me under the books, even in the examination you have to mark in the same manner with the different crayon colors. So under the political map of India has been given to you all over here, and where you have to show the areas receiving the rainfall over 400 centimeter. So in the same manner as I have shown with the different colors over here, marking it given, and by giving an arrow I have shown that from where which state is coming. Like I have marked the Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Goa, Lakshadweep Islands. In the same manner you have to show in your books too, and even in the examination you have to mark in the same manner. So here this map is from your lesson 5, where you have to show the national parks. So in the same manner as I have shown over here with the markings over here, and even in the index I have shown the national parks. So in the same manner you have to show in your maps, and do practice this again and again. Again from the lesson 5 geography, this political map of India has been given, where you have to mark the wildlife sanctuaries. So in the same manner wildlife sanctuaries have been marked. So just mark in the same manner and practice it where it is. Again this map, the political map of India, has been given from your lesson 5, where you have to mark the bird sanctuaries. So here in the same manner you have to mark the bird sanctuaries. Here the physical map of India has been given to you all people, where you have to mark the types of forest. So in the same manner do prepare the index too, where and color it in the same manner. The shapes, everything should be very perfect while marking it. So mark in the same manner. If the question comes like types of forest should be marked, or I can ask you like mark tropical deciduous forest or a tropical evergreen forest. So you should know where they are and you should mark it in the same manner and then shade the area. So in the same manner, try to mark the types of forest in the same way. Here the political map of India has been given to you, and from geography lesson 6 you have to mark the population. So as per the questions, try to find out the answer, and after finding out the answer you have to mark on the map of India as I have done over here. So these are the questions which will be asked, as many of the maps will not be directly asked, it will be asked indirectly in the way of questions where you have to find out the answer and then mark it on the map. So this is how the questions are going to come, and this is how the marking should be done. So do it in the same manner. And do write the questions too for what you're answering, girls. These are your history maps as per your NCRT. And I have made it a point that all the things which have been given over here has been covered under these slides. I even have shown you how to mark them. So do make it a habit of marking the maps in the same manner. With this only you can gain marks. Just writing out the name is not enough. You should shade the area, show the area that you know it perfectly where it is, then mark the place. So girls, as I have shown you, each and every map has been marked with a colorful pens, pencils, shades, everything has been done in the same manner. Try to do the maps, girls. Make it a habit of doing the maps in same manner. So here these are the maps as per your NCRT which I have discussed. So these are some of the questions which can be asked as per your NCRT which I have already discussed under the slide. And regarding your drainage chapter, which is very important. So here some of the maps have been given to you while discussing the chapter itself. So under the chapter I have given you certain maps over there in the drainage chapter. So even be thorough with those maps too, plus the maps which I have given under this slide too. So be thorough with all the maps from history and geography. These are the maps which are frequently asked by your NCRT, and all the maps have been discussed as per the syllabus of your NCRT. So be thorough with all the maps.